Kisi Ajabe says that Charles Adu Boahen has done no wrong. I'm happy about that because, as I said in the beginning, everyone who knows Charles Adu Boahen from Adom-Otchere School and to his life at Lagos knows that he's a man of integrity. Everyone who knows Professor Adu Boahen knows that Professor Adu Boahen, the way he raises children, integrity is key. Work hard, become somebody big, but integrity is key. So we all know that Charles Adu Boahen is a man of integrity. When he was made Minister of Finance, everybody relaxed that you can put Charles in charge of finance and the money will be fine. He knows how to create money. He knows how to double money. He knows how to make arguments for borrowing. He knows how to stabilize an economy. He knows how to find money for free SHS. Charles knows how to do that. He's a serious investment banker. His background, by the way, is chemistry. That's what he learned. Charles is science. It's chemistry. And then he went to learn investment banking. So people who know Charles know that he's a man of integrity. When we saw that video, we knew that once again, these are the kinds of things they do. As Jean Provocateur, they tell you collect money. Charles comes to a video and they said, collect money for your transport. And then Charles says in the video, but that's quite a lot of money for transport. No, shopping, they said. They said, collect money for shopping. Charles says, but that's a lot of money for shopping. And they said, yeah, it's for you. He said, okay, no problem. It is possible that he took the money and gave half to somebody, gave quarter to somebody, gave. Charles is like that. But they gave him money. They said, they didn't say, take this money and give us a contract. They didn't say, we're giving you this money to influence you to give us a contract. They didn't say that, oh, take this money, then when we get a contract, this is 40, then we'll pay you another. No. They said, Mr. Minister, take this for your shopping whilst you're in Dubai. And then in the video, he says, hey, all this money for shopping? They said, yes. And then he says, okay. And then ANAS is celebrated as the hero for having some Arab man he picks from the streets and put him in some room and tell people that ANAS is celebrated. ANAS's lawyer is who? Kisi Ajabe. And then Kisi Ajabe says, the president says, okay, Office of Special Prosecutor, have a look at it. 1 year. 1 whole year. He doesn't do anything. He comes out after 1 year and says, oh, I've seen the video. Charles was not corrupt. No. Charles Adu Boahen was not corrupt at all. Oh, he was only doing influence peddling. And that takes you 12 calendar months to come out. You have to have Good Evening Ghana sounding the notice board every evening. Where is the Charles Adu Boahen report? I've been sitting here saying it. Where is the Charles Adu? Where you have spent money on it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? After the where is it? No. He comes to say that, oh, it was not corruption. The thing he said, he saw it the first time he watched the video. In fact, he didn't have to watch it. He knew about the video. Kisi Ajabe knew about the video. He knew it. When I say he knew that it had been filmed. He knew before all of us knew. He was there before all of us knew it. So he actually knows all the circumstances. But granted, he's an officer, he's a special prosecutor, he's a lawyer. He has to see the evidence, assess it, write a report. Granted. This evidence that he's talking about, video, money, get 40,000. What is it? Shopping. All this money for shopping, yes. What happened? Did you give them the license for bank? No. The people didn't show up again. How long does it take one to find out that this is not corruption? 1 year. I have to give credit to all my production team, who always remind me that the Kisi Ajabe thing, he hasn't done it all. Then I'll check, and that's it. I always will check. Call the office of Charles Adu Boahen, call the office of Special Prosecutor, call the office of the Attorney General. Ask Kisi Ajabe in the office of Special release the Charles Adu Boahen report. Attorney General says, not that I know of. Office of Charles Adu Boahen says, no, I haven't. Office of Special Prosecutor says, oh, no, Paul, we haven't done it. We are still on it. You two, you are worrying us with this thing. Every day I'm calling it. That's what I get all the time. I call them, have you guys done the Charles Adu Boahen? I say, oh, you two. The boss is not in town. And I say, but your boss, every day he's not in town. Why does he do the work from China? Does he do the work from Pretoria? Every day. He's not, if I call the office tomorrow, he's not in town. How many court sittings have happened to Sidadapa? He's not in town. About 6 court sittings, he's not in town. Call the office. He's not in town. Where is he? He's in America with Ghana police. He's in China with Ghana police. He's in Dubai with Ghana police. He's in Pretoria with Ghana police. Every day he's not in town. If you like, tomorrow call OSP's office. If tomorrow call. He is not in town. They'll come to court on Thursday or Wednesday. Oh, my lord. Where is it? Oh, my lord, he's not there. He's every day he's not in town. Every day Kisi Ajabe is not in town. And then after 1 year, you come and tell us that Charles Adu Boahen is not corrupt. What is the point? After 1 year of spending so much time and money. As for the money matter, we shall talk about it another day. But we shall talk about it. Don't worry. We are just waiting. We don't want to talk and somebody comes and says nothing. So we are getting there little by little. The day we come here and we write figures on the screen, you will know that we have laid our hands on it. This work, we've been doing it for 20 years. Some people came to do it after 20 years. Some people did it before the 20 years, and they are still doing it. They are our seniors. But we will demonstrate that the 20 years is not wasted in news reporting, in journalism, in gathering facts. It's not wasted. We will come to that, and I'm insisting. So much time and money has been spent on the Charles Adu Boahen matter. What did Kissi Agyabin say, by the way? Report of investigations into alleged commission of corruption and corruption-related offenses involving Charles Adu Boahen, 30th October. The allegations against Mr. Adu Boahen are situated in the context of an undercover investigative journalism type of sting operations, whatever that means. What is this? The allegations of Mr. Adu Boahen are situated in the context of an undercover investigative journalistic type of sting operation. They find some words for themselves and, oh, Charlie. Typically, a sting operation takes the form of, is he the one who has been doing the sting operation, or he's found the meaning in dictionary and is telling us? Is he the one who conducts the sting operation? Okay, typically, a sting operation takes the form of the creation of a platform or opportunity for persons believed or suspected to be disposed to or involved in the commission of a crime to actually commit the crime. Okay, he's covering up for the Adom-Otchere. That's what he's covering up for. Thus, providing hard evidence for their successful prosecution and punishment. Okay, so what happened to the sting operation? Let's move on. In the context of the undercover investigative journalism, sting operations are usually characterized by feigning of interest in a matter by undercover agents and the provision by them of opportunities for the commission of prohibited acts by the person of interest through winning the confidence of the person of interest for the person of interest to reveal his or her criminal activities or for the person of interest to commit a crime. The undercover agent usually secretly audio-visually records the acts of the person of interest as evidence of their criminal culpability. I don't even want to say certain things. The undercover agents usually secretly audio-visually records the acts of the person of interest as evidence of their criminal culpability. Entrapment entails trickling of an... what is this? Please, viewers, what is he saying? What is he talking about? He's trying to find an excuse to cover up the dastardly work that was done by his people. That's what Kissi Agyabin is doing. Nobody should take this from him. We are not building a country that is owned by Kissi Agyabin and 2 or 3 people. We are building a country that is owned by all the 30 million Ghanaians. You go and do this silly thing and you come and try and cover it up with state letterhead. What is wrong with him? What is the meaning of all this you are pouring over there? You go and do Adom-Otchere. You are covering up for the dastardly and crass work that was done by your friends in a Dubai hotel, picking some Dubai guy from the street, as Kennedy Japan would say. Stop defending such work, Kissi Agyabin. We are not going to accept that you and your 2-3 friends don't run Ghana. What is he talking about? What is this? Spending time, the special prosecutor is spending time to explain the journalistic operation that occurred. Who cares about that? And then he finishes and says Charles Adu Boahen is not guilty. Let's see how he wriggles himself out of the early paragraphs where he's trying to present an indefensible defense to the crass work that was done in a Dubai hotel by some Arab walking on the street. The OSP welcomes and encourages sting operation. Why would he not welcome it? Why would he not welcome it? Including the undercover investigative journalistic type. Please, please, please. So maybe I can understand. I understand Kissi Agyabin now. I think I get him. This is the reason why he couldn't release the reports. Because if he released the reports, and the report was only going to take him to only one conclusion, that Charles Adu Boahen was not guilty. If he does that, he would have undermined the work of his friends. So for 1 year, he's been preparing these first paragraphs. How does he defend the work of his friends? And yet, come to the conclusion that Charles Adu Boahen is not guilty. Now I understand him. I'm getting there. I get Kissi Agyabin's mind now. I am into his mind now. What he was struggling to do was to issue a report that Charles Adu Boahen was not guilty, which report will naturally cast a slur on the work that was done by ANAS. In the circumstances, Charles Adu Boahen needed to defend the work of ANAS. It is not possible to defend the work of ANAS in the context of Charles Adu Boahen, and yet clear Charles Adu Boahen that he's not guilty. Viewers, are we understanding it? We are getting somewhere. It is not possible anywhere, intellectually possible, unless you use intellectual sophistry. The literature people know what I'm talking about. Unless you use intellectual sophistry, it is not possible logically and legitimately to find Charles Adu Boahen not guilty and yet not cast a slur on the work that was done by ANAS in respect of the Charles Adu Boahen context only. I'm not talking about the rest of ANAS's work. I don't know about that. Talking about the Charles Adu Boahen one. That context, that video that was showed, it is not possible to come to the conclusion that Charles Adu Boahen is not guilty and yet that you don't cast a slur on ANAS's work. This is the reason why we have waited for 1 year. Because for 1 year, they were trying hard to see how they present this work without casting a slur on ANAS's work. That which was impossible. If we didn't mount the pressure we did here, they would have kept the report and not said anything. Because there's nothing to say. You can't say Charles Adu Boahen is not guilty and yet you say ANAS. So that's what he's been doing. That's why he says the OSP welcomes the work of some sting something. Okay. This is so, he says, especially because corruption and corruption-related activities are extremely difficult to detect and prove. The traditional methods of pen and paper investigations are attended by debilitating limitations in the fight against corruption and in gaining access to the operations, the Airbus scandal. That's which the Office of Special Prosecutor was investigating. That's which Kisi Ajabi inherited and said he was going to investigate. Was there a sting operation before the Airbus? Was it not the documents that were used? Is it not just the documents that the Airbus company put together and determined that they may have been wrongdoing somewhere? Was there sting operation? Sting. Oh, I see. That's a new word. Viewers, please Google it. Sting operation. The OSP says he welcomes the sting operation. Sting. This is so especially because corruption and corruption-related activities are extremely difficult to detect and prove. The traditional methods of pen and paper investigations, please, let's throw it away. Okay, Mr. Adu Boahen was not a straightforward matter. Initially, he was altogether unreceptive of the idea of meeting with the supposed representative of the AI Barak Bank. Subsequently, he softened his stance and he suggested a meeting in Accra. The undercover agents demurred. They insisted on a meeting in Dubai. Eventually, Mr. Adu Boahen agreed to meet with the supposed representatives of the Al Baraka banking group in Dubai by taking a brief detour to Dubai on his way to Singapore on official government business. There was nothing remarkable about this meeting, and had it ended there, this matter would not have come up for investigation by the OSP. OSP, remember, it was sent to you by President, so stop these things. However, the undercover agents had other designs. It turned out that the meeting was masterfully staged as a mere officious preparatory sideshow to set the tone for the second meeting. At the second meeting, the supposed wealthy sheikh expressed his desire of investing about $500 million United States dollars in Africa. He indicated that Ghana was one of the countries, blah, blah, blah. Where is the thing? In the high political office he occupied, it ought reasonably to have occurred to Mr. Adu Boahen that his bargain for 20% of the value of the proposed investment and his receipt of cash of 40,000 United States dollars from the supposed sheikh was outrightly improper. Mr. Adu Boahen exhibited lack of sound judgment. His claim that he accepted the cash gift to avoid offending the supposed sheikh lies very thinly. And his suggestion of the payment of an appearance fee of 200,000 United States dollars to the vice president was quite reckless, especially as the vice president was unaware of the business he was conducting. Okay. All the indices point to the conclusion that Mr. Adu Boahen's principal motivation was his own personal gain through his intimated to the, what is he saying? The conduct of Mr. Adu Boahen amounts to trading in influence or influence peddling. This is the practice of using one's influence or connections in public office or with persons in public office to obtain favors or preferential treatment for oneself, or what is he saying? These acts have not been specifically prohibited in our jurisdiction as crimes per se. However, they are generally gravely frowned upon and punishable as crimes in some jurisdictions. This is because such acts are closely associated with corruption offenses like using public office for profit, and they also form the building blocks of general corruption. Though the conduct of Mr. Adu Boahen amounts to trading in influence or influence peddling, which is closely associated with corruption, there is no actual criminal prohibition of his acts in respect of which the OSP has a mandate for further action. It says, though the conduct of Mr. Adu Boahen amounts to the trading of influence or influence peddling, which is closely associated with corruption, there is no actual criminal prohibition of his acts, in respect of which the OSP has a mandate for further action. On that reckoning, the special prosecutor directs the closure at this time of the investigations in respect of allegations of corruption and corruption-related offences involved with Charles Adu Boahen contained in the investigative documentary titled Galamsey Economy, published by Tiger Eye. The investigation may be reopened should the circumstances and the further facts. Please. Okay. One down, several to go. The Office of the Special Prosecutor has listed some 200 cases that they are looking at. It has taken 1 year to do the Charles Adu Boahen. We don't know how many years it's going to take to do the 19 or 20 others. We know that La Bianca was done. We are on that matter as well. Don't worry. We are on the La Bianca matter is done and is over. We are going back. We are listening to people and we are pushing towards it. It will come. It's coming. It will come. Don't worry. We want people who hold office in Ghana to have integrity. Everybody likes business. I like business. Everybody likes business. But let's do it in such a way that it's done well. That's all I'll say.